First off, let's get something straight. Being an introvert isn't about being socially awkward or shy. It has everything to do with energy.
For those of you that don't know me, I am an introvert.
Today, I'm going to show you how to create content so it doesn't drain yours. Listen, I've tried hundreds of content creation tools, strategies, methods, and I'm going to show you the exact system that works for us introverts. And this doesn't require you to be a fake extrovert or give that fake extrovert energy. No pretending to be someone that you're not. This is about making pure, authentic content that actually connects with your audience. So in this video, I'm going to explain the advantage that we honestly have as introverts, because hello, I'm an introvert too.
What?
Two, I'm gonna show you the content planning system that I honestly use. And then three, I'm gonna show you the AI tools that I use that can allow me not to be burnt out, can allow you not to be burnt out, and be able to be present on social media every single day if you choose to. First, we have to understand the advantage that we have as introverts. Because here's the thing. Introverts are amazing at the ability to go deep on a topic, to analyze, to research, and to think things through. Now, that's our superpower when it comes to content creation. You don't have to dance unless you want to.
We can dance if we want to.
You don't have to go in front of the camera and speak all loud. What you're going to be able to do is leverage what you do best. Now, to do that, we have to use a tool that is going to allow us to be our authentic self, which some people don't even look at it as a tool. And it's the social media platform. So I'm going to take you inside of a conversation that I had on a podcast that breaks this all the way down.
When did social media start making sense to you?
Day one.
Day one, okay.
Yeah, day one, because I just saw it as a tool. I didn't see it as anything else. It's a tool to get for you to act as yourself and for you to be global. It is the only place, especially for introverts, that I don't have to go to events. I don't have to go to all these different states, countries, and everything to meet people, right? I could literally boop, 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 post, and that's it. And I'm seeing how people are blowing up just by being themselves. Whether it is the ratchet kind of side, whether it is the super professional kind of side, whether you're streaming on video games, it didn't matter. People were acting as themselves, posting it and not thinking anything about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just a tool, because what we used to do, we have to ask permission to be on the radio. We have to ask permission to be on TV. We had to be permission to write, be on newspapers and things like that. There's no permission anymore.
Yeah.
We just do that, and we are not aware of the power of media and how we actually have our own networks once we figure that out. So social media was easy for me for day one. I took it more from a consuming standpoint. Yeah. I was stuck. I was like, oh, this is great. But then I realized, I was like, oh, this is actually something that can help, where I don't necessarily have to shake hands and kiss babies every single day like it was before.
Right.
So now that we understand that, let me take you inside of my iPad for my content planning system. Okay, so let me show you this content planning system. Now, one of the things that I know for me as an introvert is sometimes that I overthink, and then I end up scrolling on social media for a new idea or to be inspired. And I'm going to tell you that majority that we need to succeed from this content creation game in social media is already inside of our mind. Let me break this down, right? So when I'm talking about planning content, I need you to give me 20 minutes. That's not a lot, right? That's 20 minutes. Now, this could be 20 minutes a day. This could be 20 minutes a week, bare minimum a week, right? And all I want you to do is write. Now, if you don't like writing, I'm going to say do an audio. And so the audio may be like 5-10 minutes, because we tend to speak quicker than we normally write. But what I want you to do is whatever is on your mind, whatever is on your heart, whatever you feel like talking about, I want you to write or say that, right? Because what we do is we already have the ideas in our head. We already have the stories. We already have the experiences. We just never have the time to sit and just jot them down. Now, I don't want you to be like, okay, I'm writing for content ideas. No, I just want you to write. Because what we're going to do is, if we are writing it, we're going to take pictures and we're going to put it into ChatGPT. If we're doing the audio, we have the transcription, because let's say you use your iPhone, it transcribes it now. Shout out to Apple Intelligence. But we're going to take that picture or take that transcript and we're going to put it into ChatGPT. And what we're going to ask ChatGPT is to extract like 2 to 4 ideas from it. Okay? 2 to 4 ideas from it. So 2 to 4 ideas, right? So this could at least get you good for 2 to 4 days of different content. Now, once we have this idea, right, we take one idea and then we'll store the rest in Notion, in our favorite note app. And then we're going to figure out for us as introverts, what is the most natural way we can create content? Normally what I say is, if I wake you up at 3:47 in the morning, what is going to be the first thing that you can do when I say, hey, I got your audience right outside. I need you to create content. Is that video, right? Is that video? Pick audio or written, right? No right or wrong answer. I actually want you to put that in the comments. What is, if I woke you up 3:47 in the morning, what would be the first way you felt the most comfortable in your purest and rawest form to create content? Because if you could do that at 3:47 in the morning, you could do that every single day. That is what comes the most natural to you. So I'm going to take the idea and I'm going to create what comes natural to me. So now that I have the idea, now that I have the content format, I got to figure out what type of content I'm going to create. And there are 3 types of content styles that work perfectly for introverts. The first one is going to be education. Okay? Education content. Why? Because we love to lean on our expertise. We allow our expertise to be the extrovert and not necessarily us, right? So that's one type of content. The second one for introverts is behind the scenes. Scenes. If I spelled it wrong, my bad, right? I may have spelled it wrong. So behind the scenes content, because that doesn't always require us to be front facing and saying, hey, this is what I do. We could take a lot of B-roll of us being at our desk, us doing the task that we need to do, and then putting a voiceover to it, which I'll tell you a tool to do that, right? So behind the scenes content for introverts is really dope. And then the third one is value-based content, right? Now, what that is pretty much our perspective on things. Like I said earlier, our superpower is that we analyze things, that we have deep thought about certain things. So value-based, all it is sharing our perspective on, let's say, a trending topic, something that's happening in our industry. And so now we take that idea and we go, okay, is there something that's happening currently that I can take this idea and put it into this type of content? So we have 3 types of content that is amazing for introverts. That's education, that's behind the scenes, and that's value-based content. Now, I can't tell you to create this content and not give you the tools of how to do so. So let's talk about some AI tools. So the first one is going to be for my people who do not like being in front of the camera. You're like, Nikki, I want to have a faceless channel. I don't want to always create content with me in front of the camera or using a camera in any way, shape, or form. A really good tool for that is Invideo. Invideo is probably one of the best faceless content AI tools out there, where you could take a script or it could create a script for you. You pick a certain kind of style that you want and it creates the video for you. I did like this Lego style. It was pretty fun, right? But all I said was the topic and the style that I wanted, and it created the video for itself. So Invideo is for those people who want to create faceless videos. The second AI tool is actually starting to be one of my favorite tools that I just recently found out I'm geeking out about, and it's called Poppy AI. So Poppy AI allows you to have ChatGPT and Claude all in one, right? But you are able to add your YouTube videos, your competitors' YouTube videos, Instagrams, TikToks, websites, any type of documents you may have, and you're able to create a whole content system on there. So taking the idea that we talked about earlier, and let's say you have a folder of all your competitors and their top videos, you're able to connect that group into an AI and then put the idea that you had and say, hey, based off my competitors' top videos and their scripts, can you turn my idea into a script that I would say? And you can also add your own videos and get the tone of you. So it sounds like you, it has your type of mannerisms, but it's based off the blueprint of your top thought leaders in your industry. It's so fire, and I probably have to do a whole video on it separately. So if you want me to do that, put that in the comments. But Poppy AI is something that everybody who's creating content needs to have. Third AI tool is still top 3 AI tools for me, which is Opus Clip. Now, for those people who love to do video, this is where you can drop your video and it creates social media ready videos like Reels, TikToks, things for LinkedIn. It could create vertical videos. It could create square videos for your carousels. It could create horizontal for your YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, all by you just creating one video. It creates probably 10 to 20 different clips for you, depending on how long your video is. So this allows you to not worry about the editing. This allows you to focus on one type of content and then allow Opus Clip for you to be present on all other different platforms. And it allows you to schedule out the content that you create there so you don't have to post it yourself. And the last AI tool that is super helpful for introverts is ElevenLabs. Now, this allows you to do AI voiceovers, whether you're using one of their 100 AI voices for your videos as part of voiceovers, or you're cloning your own voice. And so you don't even have to speak ever again. You just type in what you wanted to say and it'll say it for you in exactly how you sound, right? So this is especially dope for those people who may just not like their voice. I'm not a super fan of mine, so I can use another AI voice that sounds really realistic, but that's ElevenLabs and it's super fire. Now let's put this all together, right? So we take our 20 minutes, we get our ideas, we take one of them and then we store the other ones. We figure out what is our most natural way of creating content, whether it's video, written, audio, picture, and then we figure out our content type, whether it's education, whether it's behind the scenes, or whether it's value-based content, right? And then we use one of the AI tools in order to create this. So I'm talking about Invideo, I'm talking about Poppy AI, Opus Clip, or ElevenLabs. Bonus, once you have this content, you're probably going to have to post it. And so to automate posting your content, remember I said Opus Clip allows you to do that if you create inside there. But let's say you don't create inside there, you can use Later, you could use Metricool, you could use Buffer, and you can use Hootsuite. One of these scheduling apps that will allow you to create, plug and play it inside of there, and you don't have to worry about it except for when you have to engage. And don't worry about it, I'm dropping all the links in the description so you don't miss out on anything. But I want you to remember that your introvert energy is not a weakness, okay? This is a secret weapon to create content. We just need to know how to plan it. We just need to know which types that we need to do, and we just need to know the tools. So what I want you to do is comment 20, because I want you to promise me that you are going to take 20 minutes, at least bare minimum a week, right, to focus and just write or just speak about some of your experiences, some of your stories, some of your ideas, so you can have an endless amount of content ideas so you don't ever have to feel burnt out. And while you do that, check out this next video.